all this appointment and reappointment issue, shuffling and reshuffling of ministers issue, one that has really broken the internet and has really shaken tables was the appointment of the late Ojukwu'S wife as a minister. Everybody wondering, what did Tinubu have in mind by appointing her as a minister? A lot of people giving their comments and their observation. Hello listeners, care to listen to this comment and observation? You're in the right place. Here we analyze current happenings and dissect trending events. On today's episode of News Analysis, Senator Abaribe has come out to say that appointing Ojukwu'S widow as minister won't win him the Southeast as he thinks it will. The lawmaker representing Abia South in the Senate, Senator Abaribe, has dismissed any significance attached to the appointment of Biaka Odumegwu Ojukwu as minister. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had on Wednesday appointed Bianca, the wife of the late Biafra leader, as the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. This particular appointment shook tables more than the dismissal of Uju Kennedy, because people did not see it coming. In past weeks, IPOP and the presidency have not seen eye to eye, with IPOP accusing the government of not wanting its freedom and accusing the government of the increased violence in the Southeast. In appointing ministers now, the president has appointed one of their own as a high-standing minister. What could this mean? Is he trying to actually buy IPOP over? Because so it seems. So therefore, many Igbo leaders have come out to say that appointing one of them would not change anything and cannot just wash away the pain and the hardship that the government has given to them. And also adding, a lot of netizens have said that this is not what IPOP actually stands for. This is not their complaint. The government knows their pain and knows how best to address it. Appointing one of theirs as a minister would not solve it. If it's another form of politics, Tinubu should just rest because it's not working. Reacting to the appointments in an interview, Alaribe stated that the appointment would not change the perception of the Southeast towards the president. The former Senate minority leader said that adding Bianca Ojukwu to his cabinet will not win Tinubu an approval in the Southeast region. He said she deserves to be a minister in her own right because she's valuable enough to stand the position. But making her a minister is not meant for the purpose of the Southeast. The point really is that those who are advising Mr. President are not advising him properly. This same allegation was levied against the president by the primate Elijah Ayodele, stating that his council of advisors are not doing the right job because those he's supposed to put in place are not there, and those he's actually dismissing are not meant to be dismissed. What the Southeast wants, according to the minority leader, is that the presidency should give them what is due to theirs. He says the lady deserves her position, but Southeast also deserves what they want. He said what would have satisfied them is that out of 50 ministries, it should be shared by 6, so that everyone gets a fair zone to rule. He said that way it will be shown that every geopolitical zone in the country handles a fair share of the power in the country. Alaribe said ministries like the Central Bank, Ministry of Finance, and other powerful ministries were given to the Southwest, where Tinubu comes from. And so, minority ministries and tiny and insignificant ministries were given to other regions, which is not supposed to be so in a so-called democratic government. As far as we are concerned, according to Alaribe, he said he don't think Nigeria is getting it right. Alaribe said that the fundamentals of Tinubu's government were not right, adding that the hardship in the country was as a result of failure to deal with the fundamentals. So what are these fundamentals? He said, first, we are a poor country with a massive debt on our head. What do we do when we are poor? The first thing we do is to cut our coats according to our size. Alaribe has also added that when the ministers and when the politicians came in, the first thing it did was to cut a big budget for its cabinet, which means that the cost of governance was not going to go down but was going to keep increasing. He said everybody expected that he should be able to shrink his cabinet, and Tinubu, by this reshuffling and dismissal, should be able to rearrange the financial status of the country and rearrange the financial income of those who earn it, but to no avail. Instead, the cabinet is being bloated with money that citizens are not seeing. The national cake is not shared, and only a few people stay up there and are getting enriched from this purse. He said everybody expected that he should be able to shrink these cabinets and everything is supposed to be given free of charge. Instead of buying new planes and investing in materials that are not necessary, these cabinet members are actually supposed to look towards the good of the people, but it is not so. Many netizens have come out to react, some stating that Ojukwu was welcomed in Nigeria as a hero, and it is not wrong to honor his wife and give her the ministerial position. But wait a minute. Is the ministerial appointment now a thing of honor? Is it a thing that should be used as honorarium? Or it should be a system of selecting the best and perfect leader for the country? What if the person to be honored is not fit for the job? What if the person to be honored cannot establish a good relationship and develop the country? Another netizen have come out to say that Igbo people like talking every time. Igbo people are more talks than they are do. That if it were the Hausas and the Yorubas, they silently just go under and then you see results, they implement it. So what is this netizen trying to say? That Igbo people should attack the government from behind instead of airing their views? Truly, the devil you know is better than the angel you do not know. Another one has come out to say that the national wealth should not be a form of honorarium. My point exactly. If ministers are going to be appointed, it should be based on their capacity to deliver, their capacity to help Nigeria. Nigeria has gone through a lot of hardship and presently does not need anyone there for the purpose of honor. If Ojukwu'S wife is going to remain in that seat of power, she should be there because she is valuable. She should be there because she can actually help to alleviate poverty and hardship from the country. Anyways, this slight move, or should I call it a political maneuver by the presidency, has not seemed to win any heart of the IPOP people because they are still firm and hard-hearted towards him. It did not change anything and will not change anything. But let us hope that Ojukwu'S wife will actually deliver as she is expected to, and that she might be the bridge between the presidency and the IPOP, and one that will finally bring the peace that the Southeast is looking for.